Okay, guys, so I think I'm gonna call this video Don't Be That Person. Don't be that guy. Don't be that girl, right? And even I've been that person or in that guy, and I kind of am right now. And so, what I mean by that, whenever we put on weight, we basically get into a mode of desperation, right? Because it's like, okay, now I have on this extra weight, so now I have to cut, and now I have to do maybe an unnecessary amount of movement to get this weight off, and it just sucks. It's uncomfortable. It's going to take as long as it takes, and it's not going to come off when and where you would like it to come off at. Hey, that's not fun, but those are the consequences of overeating for an extended period of time. Even I go through this, guy. I've been through this a number of times. Like I said, I'm going through it right now. I'm going through a point to where I have to move a lot more than I would like to, and I have to move more than I have to move more than what's really sustainable for me in the long term. So basically, what that saying is let's just say I'm walking more than I would like right now. This will change, however, when the last, I would say right now, I would say the last, probably like, I got another 15 pounds, something like that. So when that's over, I will find something sustainable to stick with for the rest of the time. And so I would like to invite you to think about the transitional stage after you lose your weight. And this is where most people mess up. A lot of people can diet, but they usually mess up by putting the weight back on because, it's something like 95% of diets fail, something like that, something crazy. And the reason why they fail is the transition period, right? It's very important. The transition period, probably what you do, the few months, 3 to 4 months preceding your diet is going to tell you whether you're going to make it or not. So those 3 to 6 months after that, that's going to tell you. So basically like this, it's okay to do something that's unsustainable for a particular amount of time when you think you're almost at the end and you really want to get the rest of the weight off. It's okay to do something sustainable for that period. However, if we want to look at this logically, at the end, when we're finished, logically, we can look at it like this. So, let's just say you're lifting weights now 3 or 4 times a week, each body part at least twice a week, or you could be just doing resistance training or body weight or whatever. Something for your muscles. You need to do that. So let's say you're doing that, and let's say you're doing 2 hours of cardio a day, right? And the weight is flying off. That's a good thing. The weight's flying off, you're killing your cardio. Now, the transition would be, we don't want to stop all of that movement when the diet ends and then begin to go into eating in our older foolish ways. We don't want to go back to eating like what we did to put that weight on, and we don't want to stop exercise completely. So I think the best thing that we could do, and that I will be doing very soon, is break your movement in half, right? It doesn't matter what you're doing right now. Let's say you're walking 6 hours a day. Cut it in half when the diet is over. So whatever you're doing now, whatever type of movement you're doing, I don't care what you're doing. You could be doing cardio, walking, hockey, jiu-jitsu, tennis. If you're doing a lot of it, when the diet ends, cut that in half, okay? Once we cut that in half, we are now in muscle building mode and we want to drop the fatigue. And also what that comes is adding a little bit of food. So usually, because we want to get back up to maintenance, right? For most of us, right? So we can maintain our weight, our new weight, right? Which means we don't want to move as much and we don't want to starve ourselves. So we need to begin to put in food little by little. And this is my suggestion that I've learned over the years. If I've been dieting for a long time, I would say at least 8 or 9 weeks or more, I would add in 200 calories, right? 200 calories, boom. So every day I have more food, 200 calories more of what I'm eating. So it could be whatever, potatoes, rice, oatmeal, whatever. So with that food, you continuously watch the scale, see what the scale does. A lot of times, if you've been on a diet for a long time, you will still lose weight even after you've added that food. So what happens after that? You want to add, now you want to be very meticulous. Now you want to add maybe 50, maybe 60 and see what happens. And if you can handle more, now you want to be, after you add that 200 in, you don't want to rush it after that. So the 200 is in there. Now you want to just take now you want to feed yourself with a baby spoon now, right? First you throw in a bucket, right? Now you want to baby it now because you don't want to get fat. So you want to baby it until your weight, whatever it peaks to, because whatever weight you get to, it's going to end up probably being 3 to 5 pounds higher, and that's okay. That's just from glycogen in the muscle, right? Carbs in the muscle, right? More food in the belly, so it's going to be more weight. Don't worry, it's not fat. So whatever that levels off is at, you're going to cut the food there, and you're just going to leave it there. And then you can do as you please. You can, if you don't feel you're lean enough, you can cut again if you didn't get as lean as you want, or you can do something like a lean bulk, or just bulk up and put more muscle on, or you can just stay there and stay at maintenance and build muscle there. So, guys, it really boils down to, so to sum all this up really quick, I want to get you thinking into the transition from dieting into a regular life. That's how we need to look at this. Don't look at your life as dieting. Look at your life as, okay, the diet has ended. Now, how do I transition into a regular lifestyle, a sustainable lifestyle? And by doing that, that's how we're going to keep the weight off, and that's how we're going to make it sustainable for the rest of our lives. So, I think I made that pretty clear. Any questions or anything else you'd like to hear, drop them down. Like, share, subscribe, and I'm out of here. Peace.